Do you ever feel tired, even when you haven't done much? Your body is resting, but your mind is running everywhere. Work, money, relationships, the future, even something someone said 3 days ago. And the harder you try to stop thinking, the louder your thoughts become. If that sounds familiar, stay with us, because today we're talking about something we all need: how to calm your mind. Hi everyone, I'm Stephen. Welcome to Speak English with Stephen. I create podcasts where we learn English in a simple and practical way through real-life conversations.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily and I'm really happy to be here.
Today, we're going to talk about simple ways to slow down, deal with overthinking, and focus on what you can actually control. We've also prepared a free lesson resources for today's lesson.
It includes all the key vocabulary, useful expressions, today's quiz answers, and extra practice to help you remember everything you've learned.
We'll show you how to download it at the end of the podcast.
Or if you can't find the download link, simply leave a comment saying, "Hi Stephen," and we'll send it to you directly.
And stay until the end because we'll give you a simple routine you can use whenever your mind feels overwhelmed.
All right, let's get started.
Let's start with something simple. What's the difference between thinking and overthinking?
I think thinking helps you solve a problem, while overthinking makes the problem bigger.
Exactly. When you're thinking, you might ask, what can I do about this? But when you're overthinking, you start asking, what if this goes wrong? What if I make the wrong decision? What if people don't like me?
Oh my God, that's me sometimes.
You're definitely not alone. To overthink something means to think about it too much, especially when all that extra thinking doesn't actually help.
So I can say I tend to overthink small decisions.
Perfect. I tend to is a very natural expression for something you often do.
I tend to overthink everything.
Ha, okay, maybe not everything.
Maybe almost everything.
Another useful expression is clear your mind. It means to reduce mental noise and feel calmer.
For example, I went for a walk to clear my mind.
Exactly. Quiz number 1. Fill in the blank. Sometimes I blank small problems and make them feel much bigger than they really are. A. Overthink. B. Overlook.
Or C, overcome.
Put your answer in the comments. The correct answer is in the free lesson resources.
And if you're enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Speak English with Stephen, and leave a comment. Your support helps us share these lessons with more English learners.
Now, here's something important. A busy mind isn't always a productive mind.
That's true. Sometimes I think I'm solving a problem, but I'm actually just worrying about it.
Exactly. There's a big difference between solving a problem and repeatedly imagining everything that could go wrong.
So what should we do when we have too many things on our mind?
First, don't try to solve everything at once.
Easier said than done.
True, but try asking yourself one simple question. What's the next thing I can do?
Instead of asking, how am I going to fix my entire life?
Exactly. Let's say you're unhappy at work. Instead of thinking, I need to completely change my career, ask, what's one thing I can do today?
Maybe update your resume.
Right. Or research one company, or learn one new skill.
That makes the problem feel smaller.
And more manageable. Manageable means difficult but still possible to deal with.
So I could say, this is difficult, but it's manageable.
Exactly.
I like that. It feels more positive without pretending the problem is easy.
That's the idea. You don't need to figure out your whole life today. You only need to figure out your next step.
That's a good reminder.
Quiz number 2. Fill in the blank. I have a lot of work today, so I'll take it blank and focus on one task at a time. A. Manageable. B. Gradually.
Or C, quietly.
Comment A, B, or C. And remember, the answer is in the free lesson resources.
I think that's something many people need to hear. We put so much pressure on ourselves to have everything figured out.
Yes, and sometimes the pressure comes from trying to control too many things at once.
That sounds familiar.
There's another reason our minds feel so busy. We rarely give them any quiet time.
Oh, definitely.
We wake up and check our phones, we eat breakfast while watching videos, we work with notifications going off. Then, at night, we lie in bed scrolling.
And then we say, why can't I relax?
Exactly. Sometimes your mind doesn't need more information, it needs less noise.
So, how can we give it less noise?
Try giving yourself 10 quiet minutes every day.
Just 10?
Just 10. No phone, no social media, no videos, no notifications. You can sit quietly, take a walk, look outside, or simply breathe.
That sounds surprisingly difficult.
Ha! That's how connected we are to our phones.
Very true.
The goal isn't to create some complicated routine, it's simply to create a little space in your day.
I think our minds need that space more than we realize.
Exactly. And when you feel stressed, another simple thing you can do is take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath is such a useful everyday expression.
Yes, you can use it literally, but you can also say it when encouraging someone to relax before something difficult.
Like, before an interview, take a deep breath. You've got this.
Exactly. And honestly, that advice works for English learners too. When you're speaking English and suddenly forget a word, it's easy to panic.
Absolutely. And that brings us to something important about learning English. You don't need to speak perfectly to communicate clearly.
I learned that the hard way.
Really?
Oh yes, when I was learning English, if I forgot one word, my brain would completely freeze. Ha, that's very common.
I would think, what's the word? What's the word? And then I couldn't say anything.
That's why it's useful to learn how to paraphrase.
Paraphrase. That's a slightly more advanced word.
It is. To paraphrase means to express the same idea using different words.
So if I forget exhausted, I can say I'm extremely tired.
Exactly. You keep communicating instead of freezing because you can't remember one perfect word.
That's actually very freeing.
It is. And there's another useful expression, take a step back. It means to pause and look at a situation more calmly before reacting.
So I could say, I need to take a step back and think about this.
Perfect.
That's useful in both English and real life.
Exactly. Quiz number 3. Fill in the blank. Before you reply to an angry message, take a deep breath and blank. A. Take a step back.
B. Take a problem.
Or C. Take a mistake. Put your answer in the comments. The correct answer is in the free lesson resources. There's one more thing that can make a huge difference when your mind feels busy. Coming back to the present moment.
Because we're often somewhere else mentally.
Exactly. Our bodies are here, but our minds are either in the past or in the future.
We think about something embarrassing we said yesterday.
Or we worry about something that might happen tomorrow.
And sometimes we're worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet.
Exactly. That's one reason overthinking can be so exhausting. Your brain keeps creating possible problems before they actually exist.
So how do we come back to the present moment?
Try something very simple. Look around and notice 3 things you can see, 2 things you can hear, and 1 thing you can physically feel.
That's easy enough.
Right. Maybe you can see a window, a chair, and a cup. You can hear a fan and some traffic, and you can feel your feet on the floor.
I like that because it gives your attention somewhere concrete to go.
Exactly. Concrete is a useful word here. It means something specific and real, rather than something vague or abstract.
So instead of thinking about 10 different things, I'm focusing on what's actually around me.
Yes, you're bringing your attention back to what's happening right now.
And that's especially useful when we're anxious about the future.
Definitely. You can also tell yourself, I don't need to solve tomorrow today.
I love that sentence.
Me too, because sometimes we spend today's energy worrying about tomorrow's problems.
And then tomorrow comes and we worry about the next day.
Haha, exactly. It never ends.
So we need to learn how to stay in the present.
Right. And here's a useful English expression. Focus on the present moment.
For example, when I'm stressed, I try to focus on the present moment.
Perfect. Quiz number 5. Fill in the blank. When I'm worried about the future, I try to blank the present moment.
A. Focus on.
B. Focus at.
Or C. Focus in.
Put your answer in the comments, and remember, the correct answer will be included in the free lesson resources.
There's another question I think we should ask ourselves when we're worried.
What's that?
Can I control this?
That's a powerful question.
I started asking myself that whenever I notice that I'm worrying about something again and again.
And what do you do when the answer is yes?
I try to take action.
Exactly.
And when the answer is no, I try to let it go, at least for now.
That's an important distinction. We can control many things: our actions, our effort, our attitude, what we focus on, and how we spend our time.
But there are also many things we can't control.
Right. We can't control what other people think about us.
We can't change what happened yesterday.
And we can't know exactly what will happen tomorrow.
Yet we spend so much energy worrying about those things.
We do, and that's exhausting.
So when something is outside my control, I shouldn't pretend it doesn't matter. I should just stop giving it all of my attention.
Exactly. That's a much healthier way to look at it.
I think there's a difference between accepting something and giving up.
Absolutely. Accepting means recognizing reality as it is. Giving up means refusing to try.
That's a really important difference.
For example, you can't control whether everyone likes you.
But you can control how you treat people.
Exactly.
You can't control whether your job is perfect.
But you can control how you do your work and whether you keep improving your skills.
You can't control whether you make mistakes while speaking English.
But you can control whether you keep practicing.
I like that connection.
Me too. And this is where calming your mind becomes practical. You don't calm your mind by making every problem disappear.
You calm it by knowing which problems deserve your attention, right now.
Exactly.
And I think that's why a calm mind doesn't mean having a perfect life.
That's one of the most important ideas in today's conversation.
You can still have problems and feel worried sometimes.
Of course, being calm doesn't mean you never feel stressed, angry, or afraid.
It means those feelings don't completely control your actions.
Exactly. A calm mind gives you enough space to choose how you respond.
That's very different from pretending everything is fine.
Right. We don't need to say everything is perfect.
Sometimes everything is definitely not perfect. Haha.
Haha, exactly.
But we can say, this is difficult and I can deal with it one step at a time.
That's a much more realistic mindset.
And I think English learners can use the same idea. Sometimes we make ourselves nervous because we want to speak perfect English.
Yes, and perfection can create unnecessary pressure.
Especially when you're speaking with a native speaker.
I understand, but remember, communication is more important than perfection.
And that's where paraphrasing becomes useful.
Exactly. If you forget a word, don't freeze. Explain the idea in another way.
For example, maybe I forget the word overwhelmed.
You could say, I have too many things to deal with right now.
Or if I forget exhausted, I can say I'm extremely tired.
Exactly. You may not use the exact word you wanted, but you still communicate successfully.
That's actually a great lesson for life, too.
How so?
Sometimes we think we need the perfect solution before we can move forward.
Ah, I like that.
But maybe we just need a good enough solution and the courage to take the next step.
Exactly. We don't always need perfect answers. Sometimes we just need a clear next action.
That's a good one.
And if you're finding this conversation useful, take a second to like the video, subscribe to Speak English with Stephen, and share your thoughts in the comments. Maybe someone else needs to hear this today too.
Absolutely.
So, let's put everything together. When your mind feels overwhelmed, don't immediately try to solve everything.
Stop first.
Take a deep breath.
Ask yourself what you're feeling.
Then ask, what can I control?
And finally, choose one small action.
That's the routine.
Simple but practical.
Exactly. And let's do one final quiz. Quiz number 5. Fill in the blank. I forgot the word, so I tried to blank my idea using simpler English.
A. Paraphrase.
B. Prevent.
Or C. Predict.
Put your answer in the comments. And remember, the correct answer will be included in the free lesson resources.
Before we finish, let's quickly review what we've learned today.
First, don't confuse thinking with overthinking. Thinking can help you solve a problem, while overthinking can keep you going in circles.
Second, don't try to solve everything at once. Ask yourself, what's the next thing I can do?
Third, give your mind some quiet time. Sometimes you don't need more information, you need less noise.
Fourth, when you're stressed, focus on the present moment instead of living in the past or worrying about the future.
And finally, focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't.
And for English, remember these useful expressions: overthink, clear your mind, feel overwhelmed, take a step back, take a deep breath, focus on the present moment, and paraphrase.
Don't just memorize them. Try using them in your own sentences today.
And maybe use English to talk about your real life. That's how vocabulary becomes natural.
Exactly.
You know, I think today's lesson can be summed up in one sentence.
Go ahead.
You don't need to have everything figured out today.
You just need to calm your mind enough to see your next step.
One breath,
One thought.
one step at a time.
Thanks so much for spending this time with us. Don't forget to check the free lesson resources for all the vocabulary, expressions, quiz answers, and extra practice.
And if you can't find the link, just comment, "Hi, Stephen," and we'll help you.
Take care, keep practicing your English, and we'll see you in the next episode of Speak English with Stephen.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to keep learning English with Stephen.